part of the country since 1969. I remember I bowled in that tournament, Marshall. Made the 710. That was the only time I ever made it.
Happy to say I was still in high school. That's got to really hook.
Oh, my goodness.
There's a trouble shot.
Out of the commercial break.
Yeah.
Now, you know, I bowled next to Pete Weber this week, and he left this several times and made it 2 or 3 times at least by hitting that 2 on the left side, you know, and just sliding it right across, hitting it real thin.
It can be made. It's a difficult shot. It helps if you hook the ball, and Steve Hoskins does, so he has that going for him and really needs to make this. Stay in touch. Come on. It didn't quite hook far enough till. Now we'll take a look at how he left this. You can see the ball starting very deep. That was at 18 at the arrows. Now it's all the way to 1, and he just cannot recover enough to hook back and get into the 1-3 pocket. Coming in so far behind the head pin, that's why you leave the 2-4-8 and that 10 pin.
Now he's 18 pins behind. Scoreboard tells the story right there.
And he makes a good shot. The 6 pin leans on the 10 pin, but it doesn't fall. And right now, Amleto Monacelli is in a very, very solid position, working on a double as Steve Hoskins attempts to make this 10 pin and keep it an 18 pin match.
He does exactly that, but the look on his face tells the story right now. Monacelli steps up in the 7th frame, leading by 18 with the axe ready to guillotine him.
Well, yeah, he's really got a very, very good situation right now. If he strikes, takes a 28-pin lead, it's tough to catch Amleto when he's a front-running kind of a player that he is. Well, he didn't strike, and boy, did he get a great break.
That could have been 6.
That could have easily been, what could have been, you know, the big 5 or the big 4.
As it is, it's just the 7 pin.
Take a look at this shot. The break point is much earlier, never gets far enough to the right. I just don't know how that ball didn't split as much as it was hooking into the pocket.
Converts the 7 pin in the 7th frame, leading by 17 pins. And we see the all-time money leaders there. Amleto closing in on $1,600,000 in 6th place of all time. There's the scoreboard. 17 pins can be made up in 3 frames. Anything can still happen. Monacelli with a strike in the 8th frame.
Well, his house is rocking now. They're rocking and stomping.
Hoskins.
Hoskins down by 17. Strike in the 8th and 9th could make it a 7-pin match. Really needs it.
Perfect. I asked him if his 300 game and win in Rochester raised his confidence level to a new level.
It's been kind of an up and down year for me after breaking my hand, and I think Rochester just cemented any kind of doubt that I might have had earlier in the year. And it's allowed me just to relax and bowl my game.
Well, right now his game is hooking the ball, power, and he needs it in the 9th frame.
Monacelli working on a 212 pace. Hoskins with the opportunity for 225 if he strikes in the 9th and strikes out in the 10th. This to take it to a 7-pin lead. Monacelli now only 7 pins ahead, and we've got ourselves a match, Mike.
Does Amleto move deeper on this right lane?
Well, I would think that he's got to make some type of a move. As we take a look at this pin action from Steve Hoskins, it was just dead flush and perfect. Every pin took care of itself. Look how excited he is. The problem with Amleto's last shot is he didn't get it far enough down the lane. Much better this time. Much better shot, but he leaves the 10 pin, and now Hoskins has the opportunity to control his own destiny.
Best Amleto can get if he makes this and strikes out is 222.
Amleto's still ahead.
Has the spare.
He makes the spare. Amleto cannot shut Steve Hoskins out. The best he can do, once again, will be 222. Steve Hoskins has a chance for 225. Amleto, let it rip. Well, he does that, Mike.
Yeah, I have no doubt that he'll do that in the 10th frame here.
He struck the last 2 times on this lane.
He's looking for the score. What's the situation? He's looking for the score.
He wants to know what he needs, and boy, I don't blame him right now. This big building, he's looking for a scorekeeper.
These guys can keep scoring their head, but sometimes you lose a little bit of track.
Yeah, if he strikes here, he's going to put Steve Hoskins in the same situation he was in Rochester. 2 strikes to win a tournament. Oh, what a great break. He just sort of tickled him over that time, Mike. And this house is really rocking again, but they're doing the Amleto stomp.
That was the Macarena. A strike makes it 222, makes Hoskins get 2 strikes and 8 to win.
Yeah, very reminiscent of what he did in Rochester just a couple of weeks ago. Count's important. Amleto blows a kiss to the crowd, and he says, "Okay, Steve, here you go."
Steve Hoskins asked for a re-rack in the 10th frame. The graphic shows that he needs 2 strikes and 8 pins. And, of course, the only way you can approach that is 1 at a time. If he doesn't strike, Amleto wins 25 with a chance to make 10 more.
Well, Steve, you did it a couple of weeks ago in Rochester. Can you do it again? What a great shot, and his wife is just going crazy over there. Lisa is happy. And there's Lindsay. Attaboy, Daddy. Well, Mike, he did it in Rochester. He shot 300 in Rochester.
You predicted that.
Well, he seems to be becoming one of the great clutch players. He needs to strike an 8. I think he does it.
Right now, I wouldn't bet against him.
He's taking a little extra time, Mike. Oh, my gosh. Well, he made a good shot. He threw the shot good. It wasn't to be. They're very good friends, Mike.